It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Friday. It is April 26th, and we are talking the chance for rain, more thunderstorms, and a risk of severe weather as we head into the weekend. So thanks for listening this morning on Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I am here to get you prepared. There's a lot to track today, Saturday, and on Sunday. Multiple opportunities for rain and thunderstorms, and we've got some of those on the way this morning. Yesterday, an incredibly rainy day across the Ozarks. We had several rounds of showers, thunderstorms, and even some flash flood warnings that had to be issued in response to that heavy rain. More than 2 inches of rain fell pretty quickly as early as the midday hour yesterday. More rain is on the way. It's a very stormy pattern that we have setting up across the Ozarks, and the risk for flooding does continue today. So a big heads up if you're going to be traveling out and about on any of the Ozarks roadways. Keep an eye out for water over the road. You do not want to try and cross that. Temperatures this morning are starting out very warm. We're in the upper 50s here in Springfield as of 5 a.m., but we're going to warm up into the low 70s this afternoon despite the rain and clouds. What happened is the warm front came through. That happened yesterday. In response to that, we now are set up in what we call the warm sector of the low pressure system. We've got really gusty south winds. It's going to keep our temperatures warm. We have high dew point temperatures, which means a lot of moisture, a lot of juice to tap into for the rain and thunderstorms to develop. And there is a risk of severe weather in the Ozarks today. This stretches all the way from portions of northwest Iowa clear down to Dallas, Texas. So we are talking about a big area of the Midwest, and we're included in that could see some severe storms. Now, I think the best chance for severe storms today is going to be west of Highway 65, but some of those strong storms could develop as early as this morning. We may have some storms out for the morning drive, and I think we hold on to that opportunity for rain and thunderstorm activity through the midday hour, through the lunch hour, and then things finally begin to taper off late tonight. A few showers and thunderstorms could linger through the evening drive tonight, but I think most of it gets out of here by late this afternoon. There will be the potential for all modes of severe weather today, and by that, I mean very gusty winds, large damaging hail, and even a few tornadoes that are possible. The Storm Prediction Center has us outlined with a risk of severe weather for the Ozarks today. So it's very important, no matter where you are, just make sure you have a way to get your watches and warnings on your phone alerted to you, and you have a plan no matter where you are. Home, school, work, you know where you're going to go if severe weather does strike your area. For the weekend, we've got heavy rain chances each and every day, today, tomorrow, and on Sunday. I have chances for showers and storms. Now, I still think the driest time is going to be Saturday afternoon. I can't completely rule out a stray shower or pop-up thunderstorm. If that happens, it could be severe, but the best chance for rain is actually going to come in here very late Saturday night. I think after sunset, it has the chance for severe weather, and then it looks like we'll keep some widespread rain and thunderstorm activity in the forecast for Sunday as well. The greatest risk for severe storms, as I mentioned, is Saturday night. Potential for severe thunderstorms across southeast Kansas and western Missouri. Severe thunderstorm chances exist on Sunday, and we also have the same risks here. We're talking hail to the size of golf balls, damaging wind gusts, and even the risk for tornadoes. That's late Saturday night into Sunday. Anybody with outdoor plans, if you're traveling, I mean, this is a big heads up that you might want to rethink any like camping outings. Something like that would be a dangerous choice for the weekend. But if you've got outdoor plans, just make sure you're prepared to move things inside, go to your backup plan because it may be necessary this weekend, any day, today, tomorrow, or on Sunday. It will be dry and warm next week, and by the time Monday gets here, we will be very thankful for the dry weather. If you have outdoor plans, make sure you're just checking the forecast, having multiple ways to receive your weather information. You can always check aroundtheozarks.com. We've got you covered there, and it'll tell you when severe weather is coming our way as well. Also, exit waterways, and if a thunderstorm is approaching, I know we're getting to be to that time of year in the Ozarks where everybody wants to get out on the water, the lakes, the rivers, the streams, all pretty crowded, but consider alternate plans this weekend. And if you hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning, so make sure you head indoors. That severe weather chance across the central United States really taking the national headlines this weekend. All eyes on the Midwest. Flash flood risk is also going to be in the headlines as well. Of course, we have our own flooding concerns here with more than 5 inches of rain in a matter of a couple of days for many places in the Ozarks. But a flash flood risk is also in the headlines for portions of eastern and central Oklahoma. That's going to happen Saturday night. Torrential rain expected there. So flooding will likely be a concern. Also, high fire danger in the weather headlines across the country for the southern high plains. That's where we are seeing dry, windy conditions and very low dew points. We've got all the high dew points here in the Midwest, allowing for our severe weather chances. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister question for you on this stormy Friday. Here's the question that I left you with yesterday. What is something that a typhoon has never done? Do you think it was A, produce a tornado, B, form near the equator, C, grow 500 miles wide, or D, cross the equator after forming? We don't talk a whole lot about typhoons, but if you had a good guess, it would have been D, cross the equator after forming. It's actually a myth that hurricanes and typhoons cannot form very close to the equator. Well, that theory was busted when it happened several times. There have been hurricanes and typhoons that form very, very close to the equator. We're talking within miles. But if a tropical cyclone were to cross the equator, it would begin ingesting air, rotating in the opposite direction, and that change in wind would likely be enough to disrupt and weaken the storm so that it would collapse on itself. It is conceivable that a storm could cross the equator for a very small distance, since the opposing rotation is fairly small, very close to the equator. It might be able to live a little bit, but there is no documented case of this ever happening. So D, cross the equator after forming, is the correct answer. Congrats if that was your guess. All correct answers entered to win a $20 gift card to Scooter's Coffee. All right, here's the question that I'll leave you with and answer for you on Monday morning. When did the United States flag get its 50th star? The options that I'll leave you with: A, July 4th, 1776, B, April 6th, 1865, C, July 4th, 1960, or D, April 26th, 1960. Thanks so much for listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather this morning. I'm meteorologist Abby Dyer. I want everybody to stay safe this weekend, so please remain weather aware. If you see water over the road, turn around and find a different way around. Again, we will see a high temperature near 72 degrees today. Rain and storms for the afternoon hours. Some could be severe. I will hold on to that chance for severe weather Saturday night into Sunday. Everyone stay safe. Have a great weekend, and I'll